What is going on, everybody? Jon Impemba here with Andrew Cooper. Welcome to the Fantasy Alarm Game Day Playbook Live. It is NFL Week 3, and we are here on time for all of you to get you guys ready for your NFL Week 3 fantasy football matchups. Coop fresh off the Fantasy Alarm Game Day show over on SiriusXM. I saw you tweet out, Coop. Did you ever solidify that pie bet with Mr. Jim
I
Woder?
still got my pie shirt on right now. The thing with Jim, though, is that, he's not exactly always glued to his phone. So maybe he didn't. I mean, he knows it's out there. Maybe he didn't see the tweet. Would love to get it out there, but that's my goal for this week. If Jim and I don't get a pie bet together, I got to get one going. I got to feel the adrenaline rush of that pie bet. So we'll figure one out.
Bender took a pie to the face already this week for his wager. What was your wager there with both?
It was just me versus Jim. We're going head to head in the listener league, and my team's 2-0, but I'm missing AJ Brown, I'm missing Joe Mixon, I'm missing a ton of guys, and still he didn't want it. He didn't want the smoke. So what are you gonna do?
That is unfortunate there, and maybe he'll get back to you here before the start of the show here, end of the show rather. We appreciate you all tuning in. If you want to hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button, free way to support the work we do here over at Fantasy Alarm. Of course, you can scroll down at the bottom. We got a 7-day free trial going on right now. If you go to fantasyalarm.com/win, use promo code Let's Go when you sign up for the monthly. That first month after your 7-day free trial will be less than $20. Go be a member of the Fantasy Alarm family starting today. 7-day free trial takes you all the way through next Sunday, which means you get all of our content for free, including next week's DFS playbook and all the good stuff that comes with it there as well. Coop, I see like our first comments coming in at like 6 this morning from Rex. So we have people just geared up and ready to go for this.
The family they buy their tickets in advance, dude. They buy the front row tickets. They know we're going to be here. I see Brad, Ethan got questions in early this morning. That's smart. So let's hit those ones first, right?
We will. Yeah, we'll hit the top stories as it comes out. Of course, we'll get Inactives if anything major news happens to break here, but we're here for you. So let's just get into these questions here. Rex did kick us off last night at 6:40. Actually, he said, "Yo," so he's ready. ready to go. Brad does his first question of the morning though. PPR need 2 wide receivers: Godwin, Devonta Smith, and Chris Olave. Smith and Olave are up against one another in that Eagles-Saints matchup. Godwin here at home this week against Denver.
Yeah, so I really love Godwin this week because Mike Evans is going to get Patrick Surtain. And we've seen Evans is a Hall of Fame wide receiver, but we've seen him struggle when he goes up against shadow-type corners. And Surtain has been actually shadowing, like true shadowing, John. So I'm going to go Godwin. And then I'm actually, despite how disappointing he's been so far, I think Olave is going to go off today. Devonta Smith is going to get Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, Smith is going to have a decent floor because the Eagles can't do anything without him. But I like the setup for Olave. I think that they're going to have to throw today. And Derek Carr's look really good. And there's no Taysom Hill to vulture touchdown. So they're going to have to figure something out in the red zone. Would you go Olave or Smith, though, John? It's kind of the only show in town versus the bad matchup narrative.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Olave is obviously not really impressed quite yet. It's been Rashid Shaheed with the big downfield plays, and they've also just been ahead by so much that they haven't been in a spot where they needed to throw. At a volume where Olave would probably benefit from like that. So do you think this game is going to be competitive? Then I think you go Olave here because those targets we've talked about even going into the year. There's a lot of questions with the Eagles secondary dating back to last season where they were very leaky, especially in coverage here. So I think I would go Olave as the higher 4 play. Devonta Smith, I've written over and over again this week. On almost like any other team would be a true wide receiver 1. He just happens to be the team with AJ Brown, and he's the wide receiver like 1B, but he is an absolute stud. So I don't think you can go wrong with either of those plays. Yeah, and honestly, good drafting by you, Godwin, Smith, Olave. Like
to put in perspective, I have Godwin at 11, and I have Olave at 14, and Smith at 15. So in virtually every other team doesn't have this question because you're just starting, if you have 2 top 15 wide receivers, they're somewhere in your lineup. I'm imagining he's got someone really good in the flex.
I've actually shied away from Godwin, I think, a little bit this week. It's not that I don't think he can be productive, but I don't think Denver's good at all.
They're not going to make it a game.
They're not going to make it a game to where Godwin, I think, is going to have to get his volume early. These games where he's popped off these last 2 weeks, Tampa Bay's been trailing. They've had to make some comebacks. Like they've had to throw the football and make plays. Bo Nix goes out there, turns the ball over early, and it might not be a Godwin day. So the high scoring game on the slate is supposed to be Philly, New Orleans. So
yeah, someone's going to score the early points though. You can't blow a team out unless you blow them out.
100%. Ethan here. Good morning. Half point PPR, one running back, two flex. Dowell, Irving, McConkey, Adunze, Myers, and Tyler Johnson.
Boy,
it's an E3 of that group.
I'm going Rico Dowdle at the running back spot. He's getting straight up half the work, and he actually started last week. So I mean, we like stashing Irving in case he really carves out a bigger role, but he hasn't quite yet.
Yeah.
Now McConkey, all these other guys have warts to some degree, right? McConkey. John, what's your read on this Herbert situation? Do you think he's going
to play? But I mean, I love the Steelers defense today just because he has no mobility in that pocket. Steelers have held their opponents to, I think, was it less than 13 points in each game so far this season? I'm not too bullish on this Chargers team today. And if Herbert's not ready to go or not at 100%, I don't know how much throwing he's going to be able to do with the high ankle there. So
right.
No Keenan Allen. I think Rome Odunze probably has to be the guy at one of your flex spots. Tyler Johnson, again, he played so many snaps last week. They're gonna go into what I've talked to people who've asked the question about the Rams wide receiver group this week is they're going through the entire week of practice knowing no Cooper Kupp, no Puka Nacua. So they'll have a better game plan sort of ready to get these guys going. And if you trust almost any coach to get an offense to kind of make plays, McVay's the guy, right? They're always in motion. They're always working something up. He knows Shanahan. He knows Shanahan's style of defense. They kind of know what they're going to do. It's a good chess match between these two teams here. I'm fine going Tyler Johnson here just because I think he's going to have to get the volume.
That's what I'm doing. Give yourself a shot at upside, right? You're going with the safe play with Dowdle, Odunze, and Tyler Johnson. Cody Myers has been the third fiddle. Brock Bowers is here.
Brock Bowers, man, came right into the league. He's no, I'm that guy. So
he's one of them ones.
Definitely one of them ones. Need one for Ethan as well here. Shakir, Kirk, Quentin Johnson, or Zamir White. I think it's got to be White this week.
Yeah, I think it's got to be White. I do like Christian Kirk this week with the two linebackers out. Matt Milano was already out for the Bills, and now Terrell Bernard expected to miss time. Shakir not playing a big enough snap share for me. He did run some more routes last week, but I think you got to go Zamir White.
Yeah, listen, if Pierce ends up lying to us, right, saying that he wants White to get 20 touches this week, then that's on him. We're just trying to, there's a Twitter account that rates the coach speak. I don't know if you follow that or not.
I love that account. Yeah,
reliability. And it's Pierce is 95% reliability. It's all right. He says,
it's true. Yeah. He's a player's coach. He is a player's coach. Yeah.
Coulter here wants to know Xavier Worthy, J.K. Dobbins. Chiefs got the Falcons here tonight. Dobbins, obviously, again, they may have to lean on the running game if they can't get Herbert healthy here against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I like Dobbins. It's not a good matchup, but I mean, Worthy, again, Worthy, you need him to break the big one. He only has, 4 catches through 2 games?
Yeah, what's his snap share been like, though? Is he at least on the field enough to, maybe give the opportunity?
He's 60% or so. He's playing... Yeah,
I don't hate that.
Yeah, I'm still going Dobbins though.
Okay.
Dobbins is
Rice is gonna have Terrell on him tonight, right? So there's
yeah. But Dobbins has looked good. Look good.
Yes, he's broken some plays there. Favorite DFS punt and why is it Jacob Coing?
So it's Cowing. I had checked that one before the season. So Jacob Cowing. The problem that I run into with Jacob Cowing is that they use so much fullback mailing. They use so much fullback that it's gonna be Ayuk and Juwan Jennings, and Cowing is going to step up and be Juwan Jennings, but we've seen a lot of Juwan Jennings. He plays 40% of the snaps. Kyle Juszczyk more than ever is going to play a ton of snaps today. So I don't know. You know what? As far as dart throws go, he's off a lot of people's radar, so I don't mind it. He's not going to have high ownership. So actually, you know what? In a couple lineups, but don't.
I wrote the DFS dartboard this season along with the playbook here. I actually put Kyle Juszczyk in the dartboard. I was like, listen, no Kittle, no CMC, no Debo. He said he had 5 targets last week. He's the pass catching back on this 49ers offense right now. He might line up at tight end or something today. So.
The last year, the player that led all backs in slot snaps was Christian McCaffrey, and the guy who was second in slot routes run was Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah. I think there's a legitimate case for playing Kyle Juszczyk here today, which seems crazy, but Wait till he gets the 1 yard touchdown.
I mean, if you're gonna play Carson Steele, why can't you play Kyle Juszczyk?
Needs a quarterback: Richardson, Cousins, or Fields here this week.
Johnny.
Yeah, it's probably Richardson.
It's still
but
Richardson. Yeah,
the rushing upside alone is what gets there. But he has not been like good throwing the football at all. So
well, that's the thing is I've been kind of. When the mobile stuff first started with like Michael Vick and everything, I loved it, and like I love it in Dynasty and all that. But like, it's starting to bug me that some of these guys, like you go back and look, like Jaden Daniels is the QB4 in formats that have -2 for interceptions.
Yeah,
and he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass, right? Like some of the seasons where like Justin Fields is QB6 and Daniel Jones is QB9. It's like it's really skewing our like. Whether these guys are actually good or just
we know they're not good. We know that.
I know.
So Jaden Daniels at least is completing like over 70% of his passes. So like when he is throwing, he's at least like being accurate. He led them on was it like 7 scoring drives last week. They just didn't score a touchdown on any of them. Yeah. So like it's not as if he's not 46% completion percentage Anthony Richardson.
But he's also Jaden Daniels also only actually throwing a pass on 73% of his dropbacks.
They know what their offense is there, which is surprising because Cliff Kingsbury, you thought they'd want to throw down the field. But.
We got too many questions to debate. Let's debate standard versus PPR next, John.
Defense pick here: 49ers, Raiders, Texans, Giants, and Packers.
49ers, Raiders, Giants, Texans, and Packers. So here's my thing. Don't drop the 49ers defense. If you have to drop your defense to play somebody, then don't do it. Just start the 49ers. You want to keep good defenses. And honestly, 49ers against the Rams without any of their weapons.
I would just play the 49ers. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, don't worry about that. I feel like that is one thing that messes people up at times is that they'll see the rankings and they'll see these start sits and they'll drop a good defense to stream a defense without realizing what they've done.
I mean, I feel like I understand the Raiders appeal because it's the Panthers and it's Andy Dalton and turnovers are more likely probably there, but I'm still going to go the 49ers if you have to pick a play there.
It's like dropping Mahomes to stream Derek Carr for 1 week. Like you can add them both. Like if you can add them both, it's just it's not something you should do.
Bill from Montana needs DK Metcalf, Chris Godwin, David Worthy, or Terry McLaurin. I still think you're going the first two here, but Metcalf does have that Jalen Ramsey matchup this week. So
but Metcalf had Christian Gonzalez, man, and he got loose, So I think I'll stick with the first two for sure.
Sure. Demarcus Robinson or J.K. Dobbins at the flex.
I mean, Demarcus Robinson fairly reliable, if not unexciting, but
he should be their leading target.
I think so, yeah. And then Dobbins got the Steelers, so go with Demarcus Robinson.
Yep. James Conner, David Montgomery here. Tough spot for Conner running into that Detroit defense, but Jahmyr Gibbs has been the better back, both on the ground and through the air, obviously, this season for the Lions. So
they're not really splitting. They're not changing the way they operate, though. It's just with the touches, Gibbs is doing well. I think you got to go James Conner. Give yourself a shot at upside.
And he catches the football out of the backfield. There's some extra stuff there. Question for me, Richardson or Daniels? It's not really a great spot for either. You got the Bengals, and they're on the road. I think I go Richardson at home versus the Bears. I think that's where I'm going to play. Maybe Josh Downs will help him out a little bit. PPR need 2 of Neighbors, Williams, Shaheed, and Waddle.
I mean, you have to start Neighbors. He's getting so many targets.
Yeah.
I don't even care what the matchups are.
I think it's the first 2. I'm not touching the Dolphins, man.
I love Shaheed. My one concern for Jameson Williams is that the thing is, it's kind of two-sided, right? The Lions have thrown 84 times. The Saints have only thrown 40 times. So the fact that Shaheed and Williams are both scoring similar amounts, I kind of lean into this idea that Shaheed could have an even bigger game today with more passing attempts. But then the flip side is, John, the Lions Cardinals game has a 52-point over under. So why wouldn't the Lions throw as much as they've done?
And Williams is seemingly more involved in the offense, right? Like volume wise, they're throwing to him a ton. So
his target, they have very similar target shares. It's just when you're throwing 80 times, one guy gets 8 passes, one guy gets 4.
Yeah.
You know what, Joe, we're splitting on this one because I like Shaheed over JMO. I get the argument. I would check in with a third party. Hit up Howard Bender in the Discord. Howard's going to be in the Discord for the next couple hours. So see what he says as a tiebreaker.
Our guy Crockett in here. I think I helped him get his count set up in our Discord last night. Happy to have you in the chat. Got any questions? Feel free to throw them our way, man. Malin, does a rookie QB throw a touchdown?
Drake May is still tied. JJ McCarthy still tied for the most touchdown passes among rookies, right? So
Michael
I don't know.
Penix still tied. They're all the same.
If you had to pick one to throw one, who would you pick?
It's probably Caleb Williams.
Caleb Williams, yeah.
Right, like he's the better pure passer of the group. So
he is
probably
for sure.
Go. Do I trust Kirk with a struggling QB in a tough road game versus Buffalo? Also, supposed to be some possible rain in that game as well. Or Brandon Cooks as a better option. Is this a?
So I'm going Kirk here, and I've been the one that's kind of been off Kirk. But the thing is, the Bills are tough up front, right? With Greg Rousseau and Von Miller and all the guys, and their secondary is good, but their linebackers are all banged up. Matt Milano's out, Terrell Bernard's out. I think if Christian Kirk doesn't do anything today in this situation that's kind of custom built for him, no Evan Engram either, right? Like, they have to go over the middle. If he doesn't do anything today, it'll be hard to start him ever again. But today is the day you start.
Okay. Let's see. We got this one here. Full point PPR. Mason or Rashid Shaheed. It's tough. I mean, I don't know how you go away from Jordan Mason at this point. So
Mason, got to start Mason. Just good job again. If your team is so good that you have guys going off on your bench, that's a good thing. So
he's got a shout out for Bender here. He's a Giants fan. Wants us to tell Deb that she's a Giants fan as well. Moss, Pittman, Kirk. What we got?
Pittman is in such a bad spot. He's not been playing well. He's hurt. He gets Jalen Johnson. It's either Moss or Kirk, John. What do you think?
I'll go Moss versus the Commanders.
Yeah. Moss is the guy. Like, we got to take all the preseason things that we thought were going to happen. Take all the Trey Benson and Marshawn Lloyd and Chase Brown and Tajay Spears and put them aside. The starters ended up being the starters for those teams in all phases. So these are good plays. Zach Moss is a good play.
Lewis wants to know Dubs or Yosivas. The problem with Yosivas is T. Higgins is back.
Higgins back, yeah. So, and the problem with Dubs is that his quarterback's Malik Willis.
Yeah, Jordan Love isn't. That's the problem.
But at least Dubs is playing every snap. He's playing every snap on the outside. When they use Wicks, it's at the expense of Christian Watson. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go Dubs.
Yep, agreed. Montgomery, Moss, Reed, McLeod, Thielen need 2 for PPR. Do you attempt the Panthers wide receivers today?
Nah, dude. I have to start Deontay Johnson against my will in a couple spots. I think I'm starting him in our league, John, but I'm going Monty and Zach Moss, man.
Okay. That works.
Go with the Hogs.
Yep. Dell Adunze can also pick up Downs, Jennings, Whittington, Naylor, or Boyd. I mean, if you were to not, I would play Dell, but if you were to not play Adunze, would you go Whittington, Jennings, or Downs?
I wouldn't drop Adunze for any of those guys.
No, I wouldn't either.
But if you try and find a spot for Josh Downs on your bench, I would do that. I would start
Downs in some basketball leagues because everyone's avoiding him with the injury. And I'm happy that he only missed 2 weeks with that. Like, I'll take that.
Downs, yeah. I mean, all offseason they said he was the guy, and then he got banged up. I mean, I'm throwing him in DFS. He probably on a partial snap share, but I don't care.
Well, that's my worry about this week is just the snap share. But
I'm doing one lineup, but throw down. See if you can find a spot for Downs on the bench, Russ.
So he's playing. Oh, so it's Dell or Dunze. So you're just gonna play Tank Dell.
Just play Tank Dell. Don't drop a Dunze for Downs, but see if you can get Downs onto a bench spot.
Start a running back, half PPR. He's got Swift, Singletary, Williams. I think you have to go Swift.
I kind of like Williams versus the Bucks.
He's been so bad.
He's been bad, but
you can't run the football when the other team knows your quarterback can't throw the football.
Is Vita Vea playing? And also, the Bucks are letting up 10 receptions a game to running backs. Vita Vea is out. I'm going Javonte Williams.
All right. And then Pittman or Mooney or Rome. I'd go Mooney. I was super high on Mooney in the offseason. So
I mean, dude, Pitts has looked rough, and Mooney's picked up the slack. Dude, Mooney last week, he had 88 yards. He would have had 150 yards. He slowed down on a route.
Yeah,
the ball was thrown perfectly. You saw that too, right, John?
Yep. Yeah. No, I'm a big I was a big Mooney fan with him going there.
I'm starting to think that these high ankle sprains where they have the tightrope surgery, you can come back and play quickly, but not at 100%. It sounds like the recovery for this takes a long time.
Yeah.
And last year, Tony Pollard and Darnell Mooney both did not look good. And this year, Mark Andrews doesn't look good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they look the Mooney and Pollard look great. So I'm gonna be careful with those tightrope surgeries.
And you get the Falcons at home today, which is nice. So I'm good with that as well. Evans, Metcalf, or Moss?
Don't go Zach Moss.
Okay. I mean, obviously the two wide receivers have the higher ceilings, but they're definitely in tougher matchups. Again, Evans has the Surtain, Metcalf has the Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah. All right, let's rapid fire a few because we're not even up to the questions from 11 o'clock.
Starting the show. All right, Etienne or Ford? I like Ford here. Ford's like one of my favorite running backs the entire day.
Howard's huge on Ford as well. This is a Ford family.
Yeah. White over Williams?
Yes, Zamir White. It's a matchup thing. He's got the Panthers.
Yep. Pittman or McLaurin?
I'm still going to start. Man. I don't know.
It's a bunch of bad.
It's not any of those guys. It's not any of the guys you're talking about picking up because Jalen Naylor really only did something because
Whittington played 50% of snaps. We have zero idea what he's going to do. I'm playing McLaurin over Pittman.
McLaurin, yeah, because Pittman's banged up too, and the matchup's bad for him.
Ann says good morning, and then Chris wants to know Gesicki, Parkinson, Ertz.
I like Ertz. Ertz is the safest play. Parkinson's the upside play. Gesicki is a stay away from me. He didn't even play half the snaps last week until Higgins is back. So Ertz is the safe full PPR play. And then Parkinson, if you need the juice, I mean, obviously they're missing all their pass catchers. It's just we haven't seen it from Parkinson. We've seen Ertz had 4 catches for 62 last week. I'll take that.
And now the show has started. Ann's questions in there. Javante, Chuba, or Donta, or Tank here, one for PPR.
Tank, right? Go big with Tank.
Yeah, go big with Tank. I like in DFS today, though, I think.
We were worried about Tank draft-wise, but there's
no Joe Mixon. So.
No fullback. No, they got rid of the fullback. There's no Joe Mixon. They have to throw Tank. Yep. Nico's not 100% either.
No. Waddle or Judy?
Good player.
I think it's still Judy, honestly. He's been pretty okay. He got a touchdown week 1, had the volume last week.
It hurts for Waddle. I'm treating Waddle the same way I'm treating a guy like Jordan Addison now, to be honest.
The only way these Miami wide receivers do anything today is if they've really schemed up just like a short passing attack.
Well,
the screens and things like that.
I'm betting on the Dolphins to cover today, John, because Tua had the fastest time to release of any quarterback in the league. Any quarterback in the league, I think that it's schemed up that way. If Skylar Thompson can just fake the handoff and throw it to a spot immediately, then let his stars do the thing, then he might be okay. If he tries to do anything on his own, it's gonna be bad.
The DFS community is not expecting that because Devin Achane is like the highest roster running back this week.
Oh well, yeah, they definitely do that. The thing is, they run that like orbit motion and then they throw him the pass. I mean, like Achane, we just need this guy to get the ball out of his hands into the playmaker's hands as quickly as possible.
Agreed. Ray Dotson or Dunze?
Dunze with no Keenan Allen.
Sure.
Why not?
Let's see here. Jets in there answered some questions for us. Dan, my buddy, wants to know Singletary or Thielen.
Singletary still. He's the only show in town. It's a bad matchup, but like Adam Thielen, what's Adam Thielen?
I'm gonna go Adam Thielen. 58 pass attempts last year for Andy Dalton and the one start he had. They're gonna throw. They're gonna throw against the Rams.
All right.
Raiders rather.
White bread
go Thielen. Because the floor for there's no ceiling with Singletary. He's not going to score this week. So.
What's the floor with? And you know me, I'm a Thielen guy, but it's just what's the ceiling with Thielen?
I mean, last year he was amazing.
Yeah. Okay, go Thielen. Do it.
Sure. What do we got? Zamir, Yoshivash, or Pittman. Everyone, if you have a Yoshivash question, just don't include him anymore because T. Higgins is back. So, but we're gonna go Zamir. You need 2. I guess you go Pittman. I mean,
need 2. Yeah, it's Zamir and Pittman.
Yeah, that's
right. And somebody off waivers otherwise.
Javante or Akers?
Javante, dude. I don't trust Akers.
He wants to know: should I start Waddle or Judy?
We did this one. Judy.
Oh, we did this one already. Okay.
Yeah.
Sarah wants to know: Worthy or Whittington?
Worthy. That's where we go upside because Whittington, he's just such a complete unknown. He's a complete unknown. Good to have him on your bench. That's where I want him. I want him on my team, on my bench.
I'm getting attacked by my cat on the stream here. It's terrible.
Hate when that happens.
Polkash says happy football Sunday.
Oh, wow. Go.
Neighbors or Flowers?
Now that's a real question. I think I go Flowers. Both of these guys have been target factories, man. The fact that you have to pick between them is tough, but I'm gonna go Flowers.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Flowers as well.
I have them back to back. I have them ranked 16 and 17 in football.
Rex says good morning. Jeff, we see your question, man. Guys, you don't need to re-enter your question multiple times. We will 100% get to them for you.
And we'll go rapid fire if we have to again.
Need 3. Javonte, Chuba, Zamir, Higgins, Kirk, Gus, full PPR. Well, definitely Zamir.
You
can play Higgins versus Commander.
I'm going to start Higgins as well.
Yep.
And then I'm also going to start
you like Kirk,
Christian Kirk. Yeah, I do like him this week. Again, they're missing their linebackers. You know what I mean?
Trotter Dave coming in with the alarm.
TD.
Ann wants to know Dobbins, Truman, McLaurin, or JSN. Needs 2. 1 running back, 1 flex.
Geez, Ann. I'm sticking. I mean, just the way Dobbins has been playing, it's been good. And I think I would start JSN with tough matchup for DK.
I'm good with that. Polgash ain't smashed the like button. Certainly appreciate all that. Taysom Hill's officially out. Yeah, well,
yes.
We knew that.
Yes.
Dude, he hasn't really been used anyways this year. This is great.
Still,
great for fantasy players, right?
I don't even want to think about it.
Zamir or Dortch? This is kind of an interesting spot. Obviously, the Lions have had some troubles with the slot wide receiver, but I still go Zamir here.
Yeah, because Dortch got the hamstring. If Dortch was 100% healthy, we'd be all over it. But
Waddle or Naylor?
Waddle.
I think this is where I would go Waddle.
Still Waddle, yeah.
Thomas, Javonte, White, or Johnson here? I still go the running back with White.
Yeah,
Rashad White. Hold on, wait, no, not Rashad. Brian Thomas, Rashad White.
Yeah, John, you've DM'd me enough Brian Thomas highlights that I'm in now.
I mean, he's been making plays. He had like a 90% separation win rate on his routes. I mean,
he's best wide receiver on that team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Thomas as well. Ferguson or Kincaid, Coop?
Kincaid for me. It's time. That team's only attempted 42 passes. Second
Herbert expected to start. So
the confusion between like when I look at Sam Laporta versus Kincaid, they both only have 5-6 catches, but the Lions have literally thrown twice as many passes as the Bills. They've thrown 84. That scares me more than Kincaid not doing a lot on 42 passes. I mean, his target share is not even terrible because they're not throwing. I mean, they're not going to throw 22 times a game this season. They're going to throw. Today's the day.
Back to Sarah's question. She asked us earlier the Worthy or Whittington, and then she said she picked up Cam Akers as well. So did you go Worthy, Whittington, or Cam Akers?
I'm going Worthy. That's where I say to myself, if it's like you want guys that have floor and ceiling, and then at a certain point, it's like, okay, I'll go with the floor guy. But after that, it's all ceiling. So if we don't know what the floor is for Cam Akers, which after he fumbled last week, it could be bad.
Yeah.
Just go with the upside with Worthy.
Judy or Tyler Johnson?
Judy.
Kincaid, Swift, or Moss on a PPR flex for Angie?
Moss.
Zamir, Singletary, Yosivas, D-Hop, wide receiver, and a flex.
Boy, Zamir better do something today because, I mean,
everybody's playing Zamir White this week.
You have to play him against the Panthers, so
yeah.
You have to play him. And then I can't trust Yoshi or DeAndre Hopkins. I can't start Hopkins until he plays even 60% of the snap, even 50% of the snaps in the game. He hasn't played. He hasn't played Singletary.
Russ, I have the 49ers. Keep them and start them the rest of the season, or pick up Texans or Titans and roll with them the rest of the season.
49ers rest of the season.
The 49ers. Pick 2, T. Higgins, Judy, Worthy, J-Mo. I definitely like J-Mo this week. So would it be J-Mo. Higgins, Judy, or Worthy?
It's Higgins and J-Mo.
Okay. Hit the like. Everybody's in here supporting. I say hit the like button.
You guys rock, dude. I appreciate that. It's again, if you don't, we try to get every question here, but I have my own channel on Discord. We have channels for dynasty questions, redraft. So get that All Pro membership if you can over at fantasyalarm.com. You can do a 7-day free trial right now. Check everything out. See if you like it. See all the premium content. See all the DFS picks, all that stuff, and get in the Discord and check it out. And if you don't want to go and do that and support us that way, you can support us with a like and a subscribe on here. We're here hanging out today, doing everything we can to help you guys because we love you guys. We love football. Bottom line.
Waddle, Dell, Higgins, full PPR.
Just one?
It's one.
I gotta go tank here because it's tough. I like the idea of Higgins, but Is he going to play the entire game? I don't know. And then Skylar Thompson, I got to see one from him. So I'm just going to go Dell. CJ Stroud likes him. Home run potential. When he only had 4 100-yard games last year, but when he had them, it was 150 yards. You know what I mean? So go Dell.
Zamir and Najee, London or Waddle. Need one in a flex.
Zamir in the flex, and then it's between Najee and London. London's got to do something at some point, right, John? Right?
They're home. He's going to get the better coverage of Kansas City.
That Steelers Chargers game is going to suck.
I agree. No, go White in London. That's fine.
Yeah.
Metcalf or Flowers have PPR.
Flowers, man. Yeah. Focal point of the offense.
Ladd, Tyler, or Thomas Jr.
Thomas Jr. Yep. Go big.
I didn't see if I was playing Dan this week. We'll find out, I guess. Let's see.
We've been tricked before.
We have been tricked before. London, Shakir, or Ford. I go Ford for definitely. Then London, I guess, right?
Yeah. London and Ford. Shakir, I don't love his snap share.
Yeah, that's fine. Kelsey and Piron, do they show up today? Asked Chris. He's playing over on FanDuel. You get the 9 p.m., 8 p.m. slate there over on FanDuel. Piron should be a Piron game. Who knows about Travis Kelsey?
Kelsey will be there. Kelsey's back. Kelsey's good, man. Don't worry about him.
He traveled the entire offseason around the world with his girlfriend. You think he's focused on
dancing on stage?
Yeah.
And then just shows up for it. I mean, he'll be fine, dude.
Likely or Kincaid?
Kincaid. Likely played less than 50% of the snaps.
That's not good. Montgomery, Ford, or Moss?
I'm going to go Monty on this one. Okay. I have them ranked Monty, Moss, Ford.
I would go Ford.
Man, you guys are big on Ford. Lucky Lebo. Shout out Lucky Lebo. I'm playing it conservative. So Monty's what I go with, but you're going to have to check with a second party on this one.
QBs I'm playing today are Derek Carr, Kyler Murray, top 2 guys. If you're playing on FanDuel, obviously, I think you can go with Patrick Mahomes as well there. So those are the 3 that I got on FanDuel. I know Chris is the FanDuel player, so
I have Derek Carr everywhere, but Kyler Murray's the pap. Yep, we're the entire family is in lockstep with John's QBs this week.
Let's see. Coop, John, good morning.
Josh.
Happy to have you catch one of these finally as well, Josh.
Good luck to your Eagles today, Josh.
Henry, Jacobs, Flowers, Shaheed needs 1 running back, 1 flex.
Oh man. That's a really good team, Josh. I think I'm gonna start Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers. I love all those players, but it's Henry and Flowers. I could be convinced on Jacobs though, but he's been kind of banged up this week.
I don't like Jacobs without Love, honestly.
Don't love it. Yeah. Okay. So Henry and Flowers.
Roman Wilson officially inactive today. They thought maybe he was going to come back, but did not happen. Yeah, 250K at first. Let's get it for you, Chris, there today. Example lineups are out, by the way. For those of you who have the All-Pro package, you can go check out my example lineups for today. Herbert news, Kevin. Yeah, he is out. Sorry. False alarm. He is in. Herbert is in.
Careful now.
I know. I don't want to be saying the wrong thing to anybody, and everybody's panicking. He is in. He's in.
I've done that before, John. Once I accidentally said, I meant to say Jonathan Brooks to IR. Yeah. I accidentally tweeted Jonathan Taylor to IR. People were like, what?
Yeah, what happened was I'm looking at like live push notifications, and it said that Russell Wilson was inactive versus the Chargers. So then like Herbert, Chargers, Wilson inactive, and my brain got scrambled for a second.
Yeah. Inactives are trickling in at 11:30, so if anything crazy comes up, we'll let you know.
Yeah, fantasyslam.com/NFL/inactives, I think it is. You can go check that over on Fantasyslam. Malin's got those all plugged for all of you guys. Dude Love in the chat. Actually, hold on. Josh was here. I had his name.
Josh.
Flowers, Moss, Deontay, or Kirk needs a wide receiver and a flex.
I'm going to start Flowers, and then I'll start Zach Moss.
Okay. Harrison, Olave, Ayuk, Neighbors, and then Gino or Baker. He's got sit 1.
Sit 1? Probably sit.
I think it's Neighbors.
I'll probably sit Neighbors, yeah.
And then
think about getting 1 million targets is that if they're not good targets, it really is more like 500,000.
And then a lot of people like Gino this week. Do we have a Kenneth Walker status update? Because he went from doubtful to then the coaches saying they think he'll play.
That would be quite annoying if he did play.
Right? Because I think if Kenneth Walker is out, I feel pretty good. I think about Gino throwing a ton. This is obviously a tougher spot for Baker to throw, given the Broncos.
Kenneth Walker out.
Out. Okay, go
Dwayne
Gino.
McFarland saying that he's out.
All right, go Gino, dude. Love. That's where I'll go there.
If Kenneth Walker plays, blame Dwayne McFarland.
Yeah. Cam Akers or Juwan Jennings?
Juwan Jennings. He's going to play a huge snap share today. He did last year, 2 games. Debo was out.
Diggs or JMO?
Ooh, Johnny. We're going JMO here, right?
Oh, JMO.
Yeah, go big. That game's going to – I'm trying to get pieces of that game. 52-point over under. Not a lot of defense.
You ever play head coach win points here, Coop? And league with head coach wins?
Mike Tomlin, exactly.
Cleveland should win this game.
Yes.
Versus Giants. They're home. I know it's terrible trusting Deshaun to do anything, but you gotta go there. Danny, the Finns fan, wants to know Chuba, McLaurin, Whittington, or Carson Steele because he's got no Pacheco.
Chuba, right? Chuba's actually been okay.
Yeah, listen, if Andy Dalton can actually move that football, it'll make teams respect the passing game a little bit more. Malin's got the inactives coming out. Our guy Belmer, Warren or Akers in a PPR?
In PPR, I got to go Jalen Warren.
I got to see who I'm playing.
Because they used Dare Agumbawale. Dare Agumbawale played more snaps.
Oh, Coop, I'm playing you.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. Let's go. Good luck.
Thanks.
My team is in trouble. That is the league I was thinking about when I was like, if Walker plays, I'm screwed.
I haven't lost yet, but you are projected to beat me by 3 points per the Yahoo projections.
Because that's a Charbonnet bump, dude.
Yeah, it has to be.
The strawberry to cheetahs coming to town.
And thanking Dan for the inactives. More Shaheed.
Man, I think I got to recuse as the Shaheed fan club leader. I got to
I'm good with Shaheed.
Recuse myself. Shaheed over more.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let's go.
He's awesome.
Twitch
gang. Twitch glasses for the Twitch gang.
Likely Ertz, Higgins, or Worthy. Full PPR.
I'm going Ertz. Likely. Ertz is top 10 tight end in snap share, route participation. It's gotten 4 targets back-to-back weeks. Likely.
Ertz and Higgins here?
I think I go Higgins. Yep, Ertz and Higgins.
Okay. You got to take the glasses off to read the screen?
Shout out to the Twitch gang. Well, I just, yeah.
Full PPR first downs. Need 1 for full PPR and 1 point for first downs. Dobbins or JSN?
Dobbins. Running backs in first down formats are awesome.
But this is a full PPR and a 1 point for first down. Does JSN not hold any additional?
I mean, he benefits from the full PPR, but not as much from the first downs as Dobbins does.
Okay. Darren, we answered your question there.
Gotcha, buddy.
Did Malin just pumping the cowing?
Jacob Moo cowing.
Cowing.
Maybe.
Warren, P. Ryan, or Chuba for Tyler?
I'll go Chuba.
Yeah, Chuba's going to get the volume. You know Chuba's getting volume today. Covey, any shares here?
Yeah, no, I don't have a whole lot of Britton Covey. Sorry, buddy. But
we had who's the backup tight end in Jacksonville? Our
Brenton Strange. Yeah, we're the Brenton Strange.
A lot of Brenton Strange comments on our YouTube short this week on value tight ends or something. So
Strange, yeah, well, he's a good play. They're missing both their middle linebackers. He looked good last week.
If you had to pick a $2,500 tight end, Strange or Sauerbrich today, who'd you play?
I don't even think Sauerbrich's the best tight end on the 49ers for DFS. I think Jake Tonjes is.
Okay. Diggs, Dobbins, Moss, Akers.
I like Moss. I think the Bengals are the best offense of the group. It's either Diggs or Moss.
Yeah. Is this PPR, James? Let us know. Probably it's Eileen Moss as well because we're giving the Commanders there.
Yeah.
Tank, Deontay, or Akers? Flex.
Tank.
Dobbins or Jacobs?
Ooh, that's tough, man. If Jacobs is healthy, I'd say Jacobs because their move is with Jordan Love out there. Like we'll just try and run it the whole game. But
yeah,
with him banged
I still think you go Jacobs here.
Go Jacobs still.
Chuba, JSN, or Jennings?
So the thing about Jennings, he played all those snaps with Debo out, but he didn't do anything. I think it's Chuba or JSN, John.
I'm gonna go JSN.
I like JSN too. Good.
Richardson or Goff? I'm gonna go Goff in this one here, Rob.
Shootout game.
McConkey, Shakir, or Dubs for Belmer?
This is where I would go Shakir. Because he doesn't play a ton of snaps, but he did up his route participation to like 75.
Also has the best quarterback.
He is a better quarterback. He's the only real quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, McConkey could be playing with Easton Stick.
Agreed. Brad says, been following the shows. The articles and cheat sheet have paid off this year. Love it. Chase, Olave, Smith, Godwin, Watson. Oh, that's what he drafted. I mean,
yeah. Awesome.
I mean, we couldn't have been shouting Chris Godwin any louder from the.
Doesn't have to be that hard.
Montgomery or Jacobs as an RB2 along with Achane today.
Monty.
Yeah, Monty for sure. Swift or White? Which White?
Which way? Big question. If it's
that's
Zamir,
a huge difference between Zamir and Rashad this week.
But I'll tell you, I have them ranked Zamir. Actually, I think I have Zamir and Rashad ahead of Swift, to be honest.
I would play Swift over Rashad, but I'd play Zamir over both.
There you have it.
And then need one. Oh, wait. Already has Jefferson, Godwin, and Adams in. All right. That's maybe he's saying he has Adams in already, so it's a Zamir White.
He needed one running backs.
Yeah. All right. Full PPR, Higgins or JSN?
I'll go JSN here.
And then would you play the one you didn't play over Montgomery?
I would play Monty.
I'd play Monty. You can run on the Cardinals.
You're going to run on the Cardinals, yeah.
Pitts, Jennings, Ford, Javonte need 2. Again, I'm super high on Ford this week. He's the cover of the example lineup. So
yeah. Ford. Probably Ford and Juwan Jennings.
Okay.
Can't start Pitts right now. Unless there's some sort of tight end premium.
Chris wants to know Watson, Darnold, Mayfield. If you had to pick one, I think I would go Mayfield.
Yeah. I like Darnold, but it's Mayfield.
Burrow or Goff? Should be Burrow. It honestly should be Burrow at home against the Commanders. Like that should be a 250 and 2 score day for Joe Burrow. So
Chase and Higgins are back.
All right, they can. They do. You and I could go out there and play some pitch and catch against the Commanders. I think
we could get it done.
We did this one already for Cook, Judy, or Jennings in a standard league.
It's still going to be Judy for me.
Yeah, that's fine. Metcalf or Higgins?
Man, Metcalf. I don't know if T. Higgins is going to go out and just play every snap after not being available for a long time.
I'm fine with that. Let's kind of run through these because we got a whole lot, about 15 minutes left. So
yeah.
Robinson or Mooney in a flex PPR?
I like both, but I usually don't recommend Robinson. But you can run on the Bengals.
Yeah, Robinson. The volume there has been crazy. Charbonnet or Moss?
Charbonnet played like every snap last week.
You did.
I'm gonna go Charbonnet.
Okay. Half point PPR, Waddle, Pierce, or Hopkins. Going Waddle here.
Waddle still. Yep.
Akers or Javonte?
Javonte.
Waddle, Deontay, Hubbard, Pirine. Need wide receiver in a flex.
I'm gonna go Deontay Johnson with Andy Dalton, and then Hubbard. Hubbard's
You're gonna double up on the Panthers?
When you put it like that, it sounds pretty bad, John. But I think
I would do Deontay and Pirine for me. That's what I would do.
Deontay and Pirine, all right.
Yeah. Judy or Jennings for standard?
We did that one already.
McConkey, Quentin, Spears, Watson, Irving, Mooney need 2.
Spears is banged up. He's not. You can't use Spears.
Play Mooney for sure.
Mooney for sure.
And then
Christian
Herbert's in. Yeah, Christian Watson. I mean, do you believe in the Malik Willis revenge game? I guess, right? Like
go McConkey and Mooney.
Yeah, I got McConkey there. Warren, Ferguson, Deontay is a second flex.
Warren, these MCL guys, they don't always look good when they first come back.
Yeah. Olave, Adams, or Ridley needs 1. I'm playing Devontae Adams, man.
Devontae Adams. He's like wide receiver 9, and he got 12 targets last week. And he caught 9 of them for 110 yards and touchdown.
What's his face there is completing 75% of his throws, so we're good. Addison or AJ or DJ, Kirk, and Judy with QJ on the bench. I don't know what your question is.
Looks like you got to figure it out.
Yeah, works. David, Murray or Burrow? Oh.
Kyler, come on.
Yeah, you gotta play Kyler, but I mean, there is no better spot for Joe Burrow this season than at home versus the Commanders.
When Burrow goes off this week, trade him.
Yeah, probably. Good drafting both, I guess. Dell, Metcalf, Ridley, Andrews, Javonte needs 2.
Dell, Ridley's been oddly good despite Levis being bad.
last week. I'm fine going Ridley there if you
Yeah,
like.
Ridley and Dell.
Okay. Zamir or Truber? We're going Zamir.
Yeah.
Just here for your love that for us here. Appreciate you.
I love best ball on call.
Barkley
I'm
and
on Twitter all the time.
Barkley and HN and Dobbins in the flex. Should I switch out one for Mason? Why would you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Start with Mason.
Start with me. Mason. First
Barkley,
Barkley, HN.
Barkley, HN, Mason. That's some firepower. Those guys are all top 6 RBs for me.
Yeah, right, yeah. And honestly, like I understand, like you haven't had a bad week yet from any of those guys. So,
yeah. But Dobbins playing the Steelers, so
yeah, Dobbins on the
makes sense.
Injured quarterback. All right, Addison and AJ
did this one.
Did we answer him? I think he's just asking us what his lineup looks like.
Thoughts? I think you have it right. I think you have it right the way you have it.
Yeah, I think you're good there.
Yeah.
Coop or Kirk?
Kirk. Mark Cooper, 27 yards on 15 targets, John.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that offense looks terrible. So
what in tarnation?
Watson hasn't. I mean, they haven't had great matchups. This would be the best matchup for them so far against the Giants.
Let's put it this way: if Christian Kirk, with both the Bills linebackers out, doesn't do something today, then you'll never start him again.
Let him go.
Right? But this is the one time to get him in there. It's like if you don't start him this week, why do you even have him on the team?
J.K. Dobbins or what's JY? What am I?
James White is back.
James White
full
back?
PPR star. Yeah.
I don't know what the White is.
I don't know what it is either. Dave, let us know what
you're
player.
Still here, let us know what White that is.
What letter is closest to J?
That's why I just looked at the keyboard. There's K, there's H, there's N, there's
R. There's R and Z aren't even close.
There's no R or Z. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what player that is.
It's probably super obvious, and we just can't think of it. So Dobbins, because I don't know who that White is.
Yeah.
Jacobs, P. Ryan, or Singletary. Need 2.
Jacobs and Singletary.
Likely or Ferguson?
Ferg. And I just likely, if they do what they did last week, then he just isn't. He's a part-time player again.
Add Javonte to that group for Russ. He forgot he had him. Javonte, Jacobs, Singletary, P. Ryan. Need 1.
So still say Jacobs and Singletary.
You like Javonte Williams.
I do like Javonte Williams. Jacobs and Javonte Williams.
Okay. P. Ryan, Akers, Moss. Need 1. I think we're going Moss here.
Moss.
I still have to start Tyreek with Smith, Flowers, and Shaheed. No, I mean, I'm starting Tyreek everywhere. But I don't have the options that you have. So
you have to start him, Josh, because he's too good.
Who would you sit though? Devonta, Flowers, or Shaheed?
Even as the biggest Shaheed fan there is, I would sit Shaheed.
Okay. Cheap punt wide receiver on DK. I've been playing Juwan Jennings. He's like $42, I think, $100.
Yeah.
How cheap do you need, Andrew? But that's where I've been going with the cheap.
Yeah. Josh Downs, another option. Again, we don't know. It's a high risk, high reward.
Yeah, I went Jennings with a snap share more to the over Downs. I just don't know what he's in play.
Yeah, exactly.
Wide receiver 1 and 2, RB2 and flex. So set the lineup for 1 here. I think we did this for him last week as well. Kyron and Ford. I mean, this is like probably your last week to play Kyron Williams.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm start all 3 running backs, and then the 2 wide receivers I would start would be Tank Dell and Calvin Ridley. Tank Dell and DJ Moore.
I don't think it's gonna show. I got a Blake Corum autograph here, Coop.
So now we're rooting against Kyron Williams.
I mean, it's out of 300. So we're just hoping one day Corum will.
So it's more DJ Moore, Tank Dell, Kyron Williams, Jerome Ford, and Josh Jacobson. That's a good lineup.
Okay, Saul wants to know Myers, Wandale, or Naylor,
or Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, I said Jacoby Myers, Wandale Robinson, and Josh Naylor.
I'll probably start.
Wandale's been getting a lot.
I'll probably start Wandale Robinson. Yeah.
Head to head, RB1 was Breece Hall. Should I trade for 4th and Walker? Trade Breece Hall or trade Ford or Kenneth Walker for a wide receiver? Got it. Depends on the.
Yeah, I would trade Jerome Ford before Nick Chubb gets back.
Yeah, that's fair. Akers over 50 yards. Prop question. I mean, he's gonna get the volume. It's only him and Dare Abungawale as the wide running back. Another week, Daniels or Richardson. Yeah, this hasn't really worked out. Daniels did well, but not this week. I'm gonna go Richardson. Richardson versus the Bears. I like them at home. Quarter point PPR. Rice, ETN, Ford, or Monty.
Rice for sure. Just one.
Looks like one.
Rice, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Rushy Rice is awesome.
Pittman, Swift, or Thomas Jr. D2. Swift and Thomas.
Swift and BTJ. We're scared of Pittman today. He's got the trifecta of he's hurt, he hasn't been playing well. It's quadruple. His quarterback has been playing well, and he plays Jalen Johnson this week.
Parkinson or Ertz?
I mean, it's Ertz for safety in full PPR. If it's half PPR, maybe Parkinson, but I go Ertz.
Cook said it was Rashad White was the question.
Okay.
Quickly scroll back up. It was Swift or White. Swift or White. So Swift or Rashad White.
What's Swift against the Colts?
Ertz or Freiermuth this week. The perfect 8-for-8 Pat Freiermuth.
Yeah, I'm staying with Freiermuth. Okay. And just hoping they recognize that he's catching everything.
Worthy or Dubs? Gotta go Worthy there.
Worthy, yeah.
Moss, Monty, or Ford?
I mean, it's for upside, it's Moss and Ford. But I mean, if you feel
not scoring touchdowns, if he's not scoring touchdowns, you're not getting.
Monty's going to score a touchdown today.
Okay, bet it. Bet the touchdown.
I think I'm going to.
You called it out on the show. You got to bet it now.
I think I'm going to.
Even
though I will bet it. I will bet it.
All right, so you're doing Monty and Moss.
I'm going Monty and Moss.
Okay,
I know you like
Ford. Really like Ford today.
I like his price on DFS.
That's fair. 4-point touchdown, Stroud or Carr.
Johnny.
I think I'm going to go Stroud this week just because they don't have a running game.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, Coop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Twitch gang?
Twitch glasses for the Twitch gang.
Mooney, Lockett, or Cooks? 1 PPR.
I like Mooney right now. I think Moondog is the guy.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on Jalen Tolbert? Does he
Yeah, well, that's the problem is that I still like Cooks over Tolbert, but the fact that Cooks only got 2 targets, Tolbert got 8, it's like now it's not as clearly 1 and 2. You know what I mean? I thought it was pretty clearly Cooks and Lamb. If it's not going to be that, and Ferguson's going to be back, we gotta take Cooks down a bit. Sure. Lockett's been wearing some patellar tendon band on his knee, and that scares the hell out of him. So I'm gonna go with
Moon. Jones, Deontay Johnson, Brian Thomas Jr., P. Ryan Steele, or Ladd need 2.
Aaron Jones and Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay. My Luke's just saying good morning, good luck. Need one.
Luke, double check our lineup for Pros with Joes. I didn't check it. I apologize. Double check that for us. Would you? Would you be a saint?
Running back and a flex, Zamir, Chuba, Singletary, Shakir, McConkey again. You got to play Zamir everywhere today, I think. And that means a flex for Chuba, Singletary, Shakir, McConkey.
Oh man, probably Chuba. Shakir is fairly safe but boring. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I would go Shakir there. That's fine. I mean,
Zamir,
Chuba's the volume, but
I mean, what has a better ring to it? I think it's Zamir Shakir.
Sure, I'm all about the names. You know that. Dave still with the J White, but then followed it up with its Tampa Bay, so it is Rashad White. And J.K. Dobbins. I mean, Dobbins splitting quotations, but he's been the leading back for them. So,
yeah, Dobbins.
Yeah, I got to go Dobbins there. Dortch, Chuba, Eckler, Tolbert, FFPC.
Chuba. Got to be Chuba.
Would you drop Quentin Johnson for Downs, Jennings, Cook, Davis, or Dubs?
Can't drop Quentin Johnson just yet. I mean, you got to hold on to him right now.
He just had 2 touchdowns. Why would you drop him?
Because his quarterback's hurt, but I mean,
he's hurt for now.
He's just a first-round pick that, these guys sometimes take a little time. Nico Collins, everybody was out on Nico Collins. He had 2 back-to-back 400-yard seasons. All of a sudden,
it used to be year 3 wide receiver breakout. We've just been blessed with a ton of super talented guys entering the league.
Go look at, dude, there were articles saying that the Packers should cut Devontae Adams from the team. Straight up.
PPR need 2 of 3 of Taylor, Cook, and ETN here.
First 2. James, the Bills are the Bills are a rushing team now. People gotta accept it.
Agreed. Start 2 FFPC, Akers, Zeke, Chuba, Yossi Voss, Warren, P. Ryan, and Dubs. Definitely P. Ryan, I think, right?
P. Ryan and Chuba. Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's saying thank you. No, we appreciate all of you guys. Russ,
I hope you guys crush
Travis,
your friends and foes today. That's what I want. I want everybody to win today. Everybody in this chat, let's go.
Tolbert, Pittman, Chandler, or Jaleel McLaughlin FFPC 2.
I'm just gonna start Pittman there, and just hope he's okay.
Tolbert and Pittman.
Nah, I kind of like Ty Chandler.
Okay.
Nah, yeah, go upside with Tolbert and Pittman.
Keon Coleman or Amari Cooper.
Boy. So Keon Coleman, the safeties for the Jaguars are the stone worst in the league, John. I was looking at it. Out of 104 safeties that are graded on PFF, 113 safeties graded on PFF, they're both outside the top one. I think I got to go Keon Coleman today. I think he's going to catch a big one.
Steele or Robinson? I'm going to go Ryan Robinson here.
Ryan Robinson, yep.
Charbonnet, Godwin, or Rice? You have to pick one there? Jeez.
It's Rashee Rice.
Yeah, it's got to be Rashee Rice.
He's been too good, man. He's been the focal point of the offense. I love Godwin too, but
Gesicki or Ferguson?
Berg, we're really scared about Gesicki. Gesicki under 50% snap share, and T. Higgins is back.
Thielen, Akers, Downs, or Ridley for a full PPR?
It's between Ridley and Thielen, John.
Yeah, I think I go Ridley.
Ridley.
Moss or Zamir? I'm going Zamir.
Zamir, man. I got to get Zamir in some DFS lineups now.
Connor, London, Flowers, and a flex.
James Conner?
James Conner. Yeah, I think so.
Flowers. Flowers target.
Yeah, we did this one quick. So doing Zamir, Tank, or Jennings? PPR.
Tank, man. You still the thing about Jennings, yes, he's going to get the opportunity, but it's a talent question. It's still you still want to start talented players with opportunity, and Jennings is fine. He's fine. Agreed. Go with Tank.
Information says thanks, and New Air says
clear the deck. Anybody, this is the time. Last couple minutes here. If you want to get questions in, I'll tell you after going through this, just to recap some of the serious takes that we have here, just based on, because going through all these, I really get to the bottom of some stuff, John. What I'm finding out is that I'm betting on a David Montgomery anytime touchdown. I'm going to do that. I'm going to, after the show, make a DFS lineup that has Zamir White in it. Absolutely. Probably also has Darnell Mooney in it somewhere too.
I like Mooney. Yeah. Give us your sleeper tight end play of the day.
Sleeper tight end play of the day has got to be. Actually, he's playing tomorrow for redraft. Brenton Strange is a guy that you can get in your lineups for. And he's going to be playing the Bills, missing their two best linebackers in Matt Milano and no Terrell Bernard. So for redraft, for DFS, if you're looking for a deep cut guy, Jatavian Sanders. Anytime they switch the quarterback out, it's a whole new set of players that could potentially be getting the targets. We don't know who Andy Dalton's going to lean on. We do know last year when he played, he was huck and chuck at football. So Jatavian Sanders is my comps for him. Upside comps are guys like Hunter Henry, Zach Ertz has tremendous hands. Andy Dalton could lean on the tight end today, and Jatavian's the guy that I like.
Mooney or Charbonnet in the flex?
Charbs. He played 96% of the snaps. He played 67 snaps. Running backs don't do that. You got to start that guy.
Why is it so hard for you to start Zamir over Moss? Probably because you have the Bengals versus the Raiders offenses, I would assume. And obviously Zamir hasn't looked great, right? Like that's just you're banking on Pierce's comments that they want to feed him the football. The Panthers have been giving up a ton of yards to everybody on the ground. So
trash. The Panthers are allowing. I'm not even kidding. I think they're allowing 200 yards rushing a game right now.
It's close.
It might be exactly that.
I did the underdog prize picks and sleeper picks over Fantasy Alarm. You can give you a little sneak peek on that one. I like the Jerome Ford over rushing yards today because it was super low. It was like 49.5. Zamir White was 53.5. I think I went the over on that one. I went over Juwan Jennings 3.5 catches. So.
Yeah, Carolina 199.5 yards. Yeah. So not literally 200, but as close as you can.
It is noon. These are the last two questions of the day. Punt play: Sanders or Elijah Moore?
In DFS at flex, it's Elijah Moore.
Okay. And then P Ryan or Thomas Jr. in PPR?
Gotta go. I got BTJ, John. Right?
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Upside, baby.
Good to go there, guys. We appreciate again you all tuning in. Hit that like, subscribe, share button for you to support what we do here over at Fantasy Slime. Then scroll all day long. FantasySlime.com/win promo code Let's Go. You get that first month for less than $20, and you get a 7-day free trial when you sign up. So check that out. Coop and I will be back here again next week. Until then, everybody, we will catch you guys later.